This episode of Shigatsu, dude. Last night, I remember last night I specifically said that Danton episode I watched was the saddest fucking episode I have seen from this anime season. Danton. Well, I think I just found a series that just beat that, or close, or even on par with that. This episode. I don't even want to begin to imagine the psychological trauma Arima has after this episode. I knew he had trauma about his mother, and I actually gave him hell about that. I actually thought negatively of Arima because of that. I was like, just get over it. Your mom forced you to do that. I was like that before I saw this episode. This episode, now I understand Arima's trauma. To see his trauma, and to see what his mom did to him, and to see what he said on her final days before she died. Here's the thing, okay? What makes this episode so sad is because this is not a supernatural series. You don't have anything that can possibly happen. For instance, you have no possibility of a character coming back from the grave. This is a slice-of-life series. When a character dies, they die. Since the mother is dead, and that was his final words, he will never be able to talk to his mother again and probably make things right. He can't. It's not possible. It's not. Even if she wrote him a letter and says, I forgive you, he could still never take back those words he ever said to his deceased mother. He can't. So, the overall trauma, what he says, like, I wish you would just die, when he said that to his mother, I understand both sides. I do. I understand Arima's side, and I understand his mother's side in that situation. Like, I don't agree with what his mother did, abusing him, hitting him with a cane, and making blood come out, and drawing blood. I don't agree with that. But I understand the perspective of probably how the mother felt at that moment when he said those words, and I know how probably Kyosei probably feels when he said those words after she died. It just, that's... You could tell on the mother's face, man. When he said, I wish you would just die, when he said that to the mother, you could tell on her face that she was upset. She was really sad from the way her face was animated. It clearly showed she realized what she did wrong. She did not realize to that extent of what she was really doing. And then she actually awakened from what she was doing, and she's like, oh shit. And she realized what her son said to her. And that probably, those overall words that, you know, Arima said to her probably pushed her over the edge. It was probably the final nail in the coffin, and she died. It's probably the last straw. Like, she was barely holding on, probably, just to teach her son how to play the piano and make sure he has, like, a dedicated life in front of him. He has a great career and stuff like that. That's probably what she was doing. Which I understand, but she is still forcing her dreams upon her own son. But she was doing that because of, she probably wanted her son to have a very good career in the future. And that's why she was doing that, why she was so harsh and hard, because she knew she was dying. She was dying, she did not have much time, she knew she would not be able to grow up with him, for instance, be able to watch him grow up until he's 20 or something. She knew she would not be able to see that, so she did everything in her power while she could to change him and make sure he has a very good career in the future. And so I understand the mother's standpoint, but she realized what she did in the very end when you saw that, and that really, holy shit. I would have came in and started ranting on the mother if that scene did not happen. If that scene did not happen with Arima saying that to his mother, I would have came into this video ranting on that mother. I would have. I still want to. Because what the mother did, I can't excuse her no matter what. Even if she died, I can't excuse for what she did. Even if she was doing it out of the kindness of her heart for her son to have a very good future. I still don't agree with the method of abuse she used. But still, the point of it is that seeing the way Arima said that to his mother changes the ballgame. It definitely changes the ballgame. I understand his trauma now. Now I understand why he's haunted by his mother. It's not just because his mother used to abuse him and, you know, she used to force him into playing piano and he probably didn't enjoy it. It's a lot deeper than that. It's a lot deeper than that. And seeing how he's having trauma about this every time he plays the piano, and after those words he said to his mother, when he looks up into the audience, there's a specific seat that's specially for his mother, and it haunts him every time he looks up and sees something like that. So now I understand why, when he looks up into that general direction, his mother is there, and there's, like, nobody there. It's her specific seat, technically. And to see that, like I said, I don't even want to begin to imagine what Arima is experiencing as a person. I would not wish that type of drama or trauma to any person at all. What he said to his mother, he can never take back. He can't. And what his mother did, she can never take back, because she's dead. And that's sad. It's really, really fucking sad. This is why you should do good things to kind people. You don't know how long you'll have to be with someone. It's sad, but true. You should always cherish the times you have with someone. If you don't, when they're gone, you'll, think about it, what you could have done. And that's probably what he's doing. This episode, man, fucking sad. Yeah, I'm saying this is probably sadder than Daunton, because it was a lot more relatable. I mean, it was relatable on Daunton, it was, what I did yesterday, but this hits you. It fucking hits you, because this does happen. This shit does happen. This actually, legitly does happen in real life. This type of stuff. And to see that, episode for the most part, it was a very, very good episode. I'm sad that, Arima was starting to fuck up at the very end, and pretty much he could not hear the notes anymore. And it makes me think of a couple things from this series. Chibi pointed out last week, saying, like, the colors, that, how there was colors and people could actually see the emotions, and they were different bright colors, like yellow and stuff, and red. I have heard of this before, but Chibi actually reminded me last week of it, and it made me think about it for a second when I saw this episode. Arima sees notes in music through colors. He sees it. Emotions through the colors. Like, we saw it specifically. And the animator specifically made it in this episode to where the world around him was colorless. They made the color palette colorless to show that he has, like, no, like, atmosphere or emotions around him. Like, he doesn't care, pretty much. And that makes me think that maybe Arima is going to develop a way to actually play without hearing the notes. Maybe he won't need to hear the notes. He can just, see the emotions and colors of the music. Because this is proven. I've seen articles, and thank you for Chibi that actually mentioned that last week. I've seen articles and stuff of people talking about this, and to see how that's actually being used in the series is very intriguing. It makes me think that maybe Arima might adapt this. Overall, episode, 10 out of 10. 10 out of fucking 10. No. 20 out of 10. It was a 20 out of 10 episode. The feels, the emotions, the trauma, the drama, and trauma. Just everything. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.